See the game more clearly with high-definition spectacle lenses from Norville Opticians.
Well, Nick, that was always going to be a difficult game today. You as captain took those young guys out on the field and really they showed what they could do.
I'm just incredibly proud of the effort all the way through the game. Yeah, some soft moments where we let a couple of easy tries in, but to score 4 tries of our own, to not give up right until the final whistle, to get the first try on the board, first half as a statement of intent, and then in the second half as well, first score on the board, and we certainly never gave up. There are 5 guys in our squad making their debut, 8 boys in the academy out of the 23, and I think a lot of lads can hold their heads up pretty high after that.
We could imagine almost some harsh words, maybe the wrong terminology, harsh words at half-time, because they had showed what they could do, and it was a couple of lapses of concentration that let Bath get their noses in front.
Yeah, lapses in concentration, a couple of bounces of the ball as well, and I think they sort of got wind of what we could do first half with the ball and stuff. I think they tried to tighten the game up, squeeze us at the scrum where they had the massive weight advantage, and a couple of bounces of the ball. We had the real pressure on their line out, and it bounced straight into their hands twice, and they showed their class, turning those opportunities into tries.
I mean, it's very easy to say young players or players who are on the fringe of the squad, it's your chance to shine, get out there and give it a go. Come to Bath, their full team out there, that was really difficult.
It was. I think everyone had written us off as a cricket score beforehand, similar to Northampton against Wasps at the end of last season. And yes, we conceded 50 points, and you can never be happy about that in a Gloucester shirt, but at the same time, we gave it a really good crack. We scored 4 tries of our own, and I think a little bit more clinical at the end, and perhaps we could have held onto the ball and maybe even pressuring them for the last 2 minutes instead of letting them score and getting that score to 50.
In many ways, this game has been a success. People have come through this game now. We saw Cookie come back in, play today, and things are building now for next Saturday. It's going to be a massive week.
It's a massive week. We know we've got Connacht now. We played them already, but we know what a challenge they are, certainly in terms of how physical they can be. And we got thankfully we got 8 days to look after a few knocks maybe that we got from this game and get everyone fresh, but also to get guys back in the mix who perhaps weren't available for selection this week. So massive 8 days ahead of us to take this club forward into next year.
Strange season emotionally, very, very big high, a lull all the way through the season, final massive high. Would have been nice maybe it was the end of the season, got to build it up again. It's emotionally draining as well as physically.
Absolutely, it's an absolute roller coaster, ups and downs, but unfortunately that's the relentless nature of the Premiership and of the English system, and it is what it is, and you've got to make the best of it. So, you've got to savour those moments when you're at the top, like the final and a good win last week with 14 men for 60 minutes, and you've got to take that into games like this where we could have just rolled over after the first 10-20 minutes when they got a couple of cheap scores and given up, capitulated, but we didn't, and we, the fact we're scoring 2 minutes to go, and as I say, if we'd been a bit more clinical towards the end and could have put pressure back on them, I think 43-37, maybe we could have come away with 2 points.
Well, the good news is that this fantastic travelling support just doesn't want to wring it out of you for this week, they want to wring it out of you for the next 2 weeks.
Of course they do. I think they want to wring it out of us for 2 weeks to come to make sure that we're taking this club as a group, we're taking this club into the Champions Cup next year.